Hey guys, it's Carrie and I am back with another chat video, and I've just got to say first, somebody turn the heat off outside. Oh my goodness, it was like 80 degrees on Friday and now it's down in the 40s and I'm like, oh, it's so cold, but it is still winter and I very much appreciated having an 80-degree day in February. It was so nice. But anyway, I just wanted to go ahead and start out with that because it feels like somebody turned the heat off outside. But I hope you guys have all been doing wonderful. I've had a really good week this week, and I also wanted to say a great big thank you in my last week's chat. I want to say thank you for all your comments on that chat video. I really appreciated those, and thank you guys so much. Another little note to start off with. The puppies are in here with me, and one of them is crunching on something. They've got a treat or a little bone or something, and they're making some noise. So if you hear any of that, that's what's going on. But I thought I would start with my eBay sales per usual. As of the past few months, I have had 6 sales from last Sunday up until today. I haven't had anything sold today. I think actually Thursday was the last day I sold something, but I've had a great eBay week, and I wanted to say that it was also a little bit of an answer to prayer. I know that some people may think that is frivolous, but I thought I would just share this little story with you and then tell you what happened. So last Sunday, I was at church, and every Sunday, pretty much every time there's a service, they always take prayer requests. Now, I did not fill out a prayer request card and say, hey, I want to have some good sales. I didn't do that. That would have been a little bit embarrassing if I would have done that. But after they read the request off, then they say, does anybody have any unspoken request? Just raise your hand. So I did that, and mine was to have a great eBay week. Now, I know in the whole scheme of things, that is not a big deal whatsoever. There's so many other prayers that are so much more important, but you know what? My God is a great big God, and He can answer them all. He is not limited by the number of prayer requests whatsoever. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And I do realize it's frivolous. And let me add in a little bit of a statement right here. I think by a lot of the stuff that I've been talking about on eBay, I may sound as if I'm really desperate to sell stuff, and that is really not the case. I don't have to sell any of this stuff. It's just not that necessary for me personally. I just choose to do it because, number one, I do like the extra money, and then number two, I want to get rid of the stuff. I have gotten where I felt that I was just keeping so much stuff, and it is so freeing to let this stuff go and just get it out of my life. So that's really the biggest reason for it is, I am making a little bit of extra money, but it's also just so I feel like I'm just free from holding on to all this stuff. So that's the main reasons that I want to sell it. I'm not selling it because I absolutely have to, because I'm going to starve if I don't get rid of this stuff because I need the money. That is not the case. I'm just doing it because I want to, and then it allows me to save extra money per month to put it towards other items that are on my wish list. So I just wanted to just throw that out there as a little bit of a commercial in the middle of this prayer request story. So anyway, that's what I just said, I really want to have a great eBay week this week, and that was pretty much it. And so when I got home from church, I had an email on eBay from this lady, and she says, I'm very interested in buying your Louis Vuitton Speedy 30 bag, but she said, I live in Franklin, Tennessee, which is very close to Nashville, and she said, would you be willing to meet me so I don't have to pay the shipping? And I said, absolutely, I would be willing to meet you. And then she says, I'm also interested in some other stuff as well that you're selling. And I went, oh my goodness. So I emailed her back and said, yes, I will meet you. And what other stuff are you interested in? And she said, I had a orangey red Topshop jacket that I honestly was never really that happy with because of the way the edges of it were. I talked about that in a video a while back. It was certain color, but the edges were almost like raw edges on it. and it was black on the inside, and I just thought it didn't look that great, and I really should have returned it, but I didn't. And then I had another sweater on there, and so I said, absolutely, I can meet you. And I know you've got to be so careful when you meet people in this situation, so I picked a spot that was it was still in Nashville, but it would have been on the way to Franklin, and I actually chose the parking lot of Ulta. And there were two reasons that I did this. One, it was on the way to Franklin, so it would be kind of close to her and close to me. And the second reason is, where this Ulta is located, Vanderbilt has a lot of doctor's offices around there and property around there. And there are constantly Vanderbilt police cars that are actually police, they're not just security, that drive around this parking lot constantly. And so I knew that there were police officers out there, so there was that safety aspect as well as the fact that Ulta's out there, plus there's like a TJ Maxx, there's a Burlington Coat Factory, there's all these other stores, so it was busy, so there was lots of people around. And then the third thing I did was I asked my dad to go out there with me to be extra safe. So you know, if you're going to do that, make sure you're safe, so pick a good location and then take somebody with you. And so we were kind of interested. I said, I did tell her this. So I had the bag listed for $650 and the shipping was $30. And I can understand her not wanting to pay the shipping. So I told her, I said, if you can pay in cash, I will drop the price of the bag to $625 so I don't have to pay the eBay fees, because I was going to pay a lot more in eBay fees at $650 than I was at $625. And she said, yeah, I can pay in cash. And I'm like, that's going to be interesting, because I'm like, most people don't carry that amount of cash with them. And so she emailed me back and she says, is $700 okay for the entire lot of stuff? And I went, yes, that is fine. And so she emails me back after that and says, I can't get the money out of my ATM. And I went, oh, I knew it. And so I said, can you pay me directly with PayPal? I will send you an invoice so we can just go through PayPal and not through eBay. So what I did was I ended the listings on eBay, and I also realized that it's kind of going outside of eBay to do this, but to me, it's the same way as people are selling on Instagram. You have stuff posted on Instagram, somebody pays your PayPal account. It's kind of like that. So I realized I may have broken some eBay rules, but oh well. I saved some fee money that way. So we ended up meeting. I said, do you want to look at anything? I took everything out there. She said, no, I absolutely trust you. I have no problem with it. I said, fine, because I was like, you can look at it if you want to change your mind, whatever. You know, when somebody was willing to do all of that, I was willing to let her look it over, but she's like, no, I trust you. So that all worked out really well. And then I sold some other things this week as well. So I had an amazing week, and I wanted to tell you that story to say that prayer was absolutely answered. I have had weeks where I sold more items, but this was a great week of selling stuff to make more money this week. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that even with a simple prayer like that, it was answered. It wasn't that serious whatsoever, but you know, God will answer those prayers, a serious prayer, as something like this as well. So I just thought that was an amazing story, that it just, you know, 3 things to one lady. I was able to save on the eBay fees, and you know, it just worked out so well. So I just wanted to share that story with you, because I felt it was such a great story this week. Let's see. I didn't start physical therapy this week. I went back to physical therapy. I actually started the week before, and I think I mentioned that in last week's chat. So that is going well. The therapist, he believes he's discovered that I may have an Achilles tendon problem, in either instead of the plantar fasciitis or in addition to it. We were doing one little stretch, and he was like, or he was asking me where the pain was, and I was showing him, and he says, that's more in the Achilles tendon area instead of the plantar fasciitis area, or whatever that area of the foot is. I am not a therapist, not a medical professional, nothing like that. So I may not be saying the exact words correctly or the phrases or the areas correctly. So we did one stretch and it really hurt, and he went, "Yep, that's your Achilles tendon." So he's started more exercises to deal with that, and I think it's going well. I still feel some pain off and on. I do 100% believe that the pain was mostly eliminated because of the shots. And I feel like I'm not sure how much the physical therapy is currently helping, because I'm just not in that excruciating pain that I was before I had the shots. But I still do feel some discomfort in my heels and kind of like up the back where the Achilles tendon is. So that is going well. I'm going twice a week. I think maybe for 8 weeks. Not really sure how long, but that is going. I honestly contemplated not going and just doing the exercises they gave me at home, but I feel like I probably should continue to go, because even though it is costing me money, that I really didn't want to pay for this year. I wanted to use that money for something else. But I feel like overall, if I'm able to get this problem fixed and go away and not come back, that money will be well spent. So anyway, one other thing I wanted to mention before I showed you the puppies. I was watching Eva in the City. Some of you may be subscribed to her channel. If not, she's a British vlogger, YouTuber, and she's got a smaller channel, but it is growing so fast. And I'm like, good for her that it's able to do that. And she's definitely into the luxury item world, even though she's not able to make multiple purchases like some of the other luxury item world that people are in on YouTube. She will do bag reviews, what's in my bag, different things like that, tell people what she's thinking about buying. But she was doing this video where she was talking about a one in, one out, or maybe one out, one in idea, where if she's going to purchase a new handbag, one has to leave and before she buys another one. So she was going through her handbags and talking about if she was willing to sell certain bags or not, and the reason why. So she pulled out this, I think it was a Speedy 25. I'm almost sure that's what it was. And she had it hot stamped with her initials. And she thought it was going to be a forever bag, and then she realized it's not a forever bag yet, it's been hot stamped. But it was on like it almost looked like a luggage tag is where it was stamped on it. So no, I'm sorry, that's not where it was stamped, my bad. It was on another piece of leather, but she did say that could be replaced for a little bit of money, and you could have the initials, removed with a new replacement. And it made me think, I am very much against hot stamping. I don't know how you guys feel about it. And the reason why I'm against it is because of that exact scenario. I have had some bags hot stamped. I purchased them in Italy just from this one store. It was the Missouri store, and it's not spelled like the state Missouri. It's M-U-S-R-I, I believe. And it's really one of those type of stores where they pay tour guides to bring you into the store, and they will give you a little bit of a deal here and there. But the tour group that I was in, we went to that store. I bought a couple handbags. I got them hot stamped. And I really never used the bags, so it's kind of like I don't want them anymore. I wanted to sell them, but they all have my initials on them. And I went, they're not on eBay right now. I still have them. I was just having zero luck at selling them, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I may end up just donating the bags to my church's sale in the fall. I just can't get rid of them, and I don't use them anymore. So I just wanted to throw that out there. If you are considering buying any type of item, but especially a luxury item, I personally would stay away from hot stamping because of the fact that so many people change their minds about items that they buy. And I changed, one of the puppies has got a squeaky toy, but I changed my mind. I thought those bags I would have forever, and I really just, I was caught up in the fact that I was in Italy, that I love to shop. The bags were really cute at the time, and they're like, oh, by the way, we can personalize those and hot stamp them for you. I'm like, absolutely, let's do that. But now it's like, no. And these bags are only from that brand, so it's not a brand that anybody has really ever heard of, unless you happen to have gone to Florence, took a tour group, and they took you to that store, then you may have heard of the brand. But anyway, so that happened with me, and I just, you know, want to tell you, if you are interested in buying a Louis Vuitton handbag, really, I may not get it hot stamped. If you want to buy like an extra like luggage type, luggage tag thing that you can add to it, and you want to get that hot stamped, go for that. But to actually get the bag itself, where especially it shows on the outside of the bag, I would really not do that. But whatever you want to do, it's up to you. But I just wanted to give you my 2 cents, because everything that I had that done to, I have wanted to get rid of it. I did not want to keep after a few years of having it, and I can't get rid of it. So I just thought I would throw that out. The puppies are about to start fighting. I'm going to go ahead and show you them. They are so active. Sorry, they're getting really loud. I think we're going to keep the puppies section of the video short today. They are going crazy right now. They are not currently wearing the cones of shame. They have been wearing them all week, but they're doing really well. The incisions from their surgery are doing really well. They didn't even seem to be affected by the surgery whatsoever. They did take some pain pills 3 mornings after the surgery. Oh my goodness, they're active. The vet said, you know, they don't need to be jumping, they don't need to be running, they don't need to be playing a lot. I'm like, have you tried to keep 2 dogs separated that are puppies? He said, you may just have to separate them. That really didn't happen, but they are doing well and are really fighting right now. Oh my goodness. But anyway, so everything went well. They are doing well. They're happy. They do love to fight, and they do get a little bit angry with each other, but they love each other so much. I'm going to go ahead and end this video before they just completely get so loud where nobody's able to hear anything. I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye, everybody.